You might remember them from when you were a kid, or maybe your kids eat them now, but those peanut butter and jelly sandwiches without the crust, those Uncrustables. But did you know that they're actually really easy to make in your own kitchen, and it will save you a fortune? They're $1 a sandwich.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's intense. That's a lot.
Yeah, if you've got 3 kids and they're eating them every single day, what's 30 times 3? $90 a month on Uncrustable sandwiches. What is up, you guys? It is Carly here, and you're officially cooking with Carly. Today, I am giving you an amazing life hack. At least I think it is. It is Uncrustable sandwiches made in your own kitchen. I have all of the tips so that you are as successful as possible at this, because there is a wrong way to do this, if you can believe it or not. And you don't need anything super duper fancy today. You don't need to go out and buy the Uncrustable maker dilly thing from Amazon that costs like $20. You don't need that. I'm going to use a cookie cutter, but you don't have to have the cookie cutter. I use a pizza cutter also, just because that's a little bit easier. So we've got our basics, like super basics. We've got our jelly, you don't need that much, peanut butter, and we've got our bread. For your bread, you want to use a dense bread. So if you are from Utah and have access to good old Granny Sycamores, Grandma Sycamores, it is a thicker bread, and we need that so the 2 pieces of bread will stick together nicely. The super fluffy, airy bread that turns to cardboard when you toast it, I know you know what I'm talking about. It won't work well for this recipe. Air quotes. We're going to take out 2 pieces of bread here, just like so. Now, this really is important. We want to have a layer of peanut butter on both sides of the bread. This is going to give our jam a barrier, so the jam doesn't soak into the bread and make the bread soggy. So we want a nice layer of peanut butter on both sides of the bread, but do not go all the way to the edges. In order for the bread to crimp together and stick together, we do not want peanut butter there, or else it won't stick and crimp. It will just splay open. Okay, so a nice circle in the middle, both sides, peanut butter. Who knew this was so complicated? You didn't. Okay. You know who taught me the trick about the peanut butter on both sides of the bread?
Your dad.
My dad. Because that's how he'd make my sandwiches when I was in elementary school. Just so thoughtful. Didn't want me to have soggy jam bread.
Wow!
The jam goes in, and I'm actually going to leave it just like this. Just like a little teaspoon worth of jam. A dollop of jam. Thank you. We're going to leave it like this. So after we crimp it down, and once we push the bread, it will flatten it a bit, but it's just easier to handle. Like that. So bread is going sandwich-wise, okay? Use your fingers. Just kind of seal that peanut butter together. And I'm going to use the cookie cutter, like I said, and push down just to seal the edges. If you don't have a cookie cutter, you can just do that with your fingers. And then use the pizza cutter or like kitchen shears or something and cut off the crust for the Uncrustable. Push down slowly, but forcefully. If you go too fast, you may split your bread. All right, bye-bye crust. Dun, 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 dun. You can pinch down with your fingers, again, just to make sure it's nice and sealed. Look at that, friends. we've got an Uncrustable sandwich. Now, Uncrustable sandwiches are perfect for hiking, perfect for camping, perfect for airplane rides with little kids. Seriously, they are the best. You can freeze these, you can make them ahead, put them into, zip top bags and freeze them, send them with your kids to lunch or take them hiking like I said, freeze them and then put them in your backpack, and then by the time you're wanting to eat them, they won't be frozen anymore. These little guys just come in so handy. While I'm cleaning up my space here, my workspace, do me a favor and go and hit the like button and subscribe button on this video if you learned something new today, if you learned a little trick on how to better make your own Uncrustables. There you have it, the easiest, cheapest way to make yourself an Uncrustable sandwich. Do this instead of buying them from the store. It will save you a lot of money and it doesn't take that long. They're really easy. Kids love them.